Hello, hi guys, hi. I'll quickly walk you through. I'll give you a general thing of what fasting is about, and then we'll take it from there. Fasting is horrible. Okay, it's horrible. It is not easy. It's horrible. So understand that it's an addiction, right? How many of you have been smokers in the past or are currently smoking? So it's as difficult as giving up smoke. You know, it's as bad as giving up alcohol. It is difficult. Fasting is very difficult because you've got a body which is attuned to eating breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, biscuits, कुछ ना कुछ चलता रहता है, right? So your body system is somehow tuned to doing that, and when you give it up, the world comes to an end. So it is very difficult, right? That's a fact. But the thing is, if you manage to do even one day, 24 hours of fasting, it becomes easier on day two because you realize that you're still alive. And not only are you alive, you've lost about a kilo in the first day because you've lost a lot of water retention. You know, it's water retention. Water retention primarily happens when there is kachra in the body. So when you have alcohol, there's water retention. When you have a lot of non-vegetarian food, you realize there is water retention. When you have maida, artificial stuff, it results in water retention. So when you stop eating food, the first thing that happens is the body stops retaining faltu pani. It lets go of the water. And once the water goes off, it gets into something called a autophagy. What is autophagy? Does anyone know what's an autophagy? You can just raise your hand so I know that we know. But okay, so the rest who don't know autophagy, autophagy is a very simple thing. It's a man-made word, yeah, autophagy. We 50 साल में we've started coining terms, but it's nothing. It's the body starts eating up all the waste in the system, right? So there is a lot of kachra lying in the body, and the body starts cleaning it up. And you need to imagine your body as a composite of millions and millions and billions of cells, right? Chota cells, and all of them put together create you. And what happens is every cell is alive. Everything is alive. There is nothing dead in the body. And everything has a mind of its own, a mood of its own, a diet of its own. The moment you stop eating, the kachra in each part starts coming out. And it gets routed through your entire system, which is called the lymphatic system. And the lymphatic system results in excretion, and the kachra starts going out. That's why you see, I've shared pictures of people in the past in the group. A lot of people, suddenly their eyes start, the under eyes go, the skin becomes fairer, the body starts looking much more energetic, and that's all a function of fasting. So fasting is a great thing to do. It's the only way to heal yourself. Then why do you have all these medicines and all? क्योंकि fasting करते हो तो उसमें कमाएगा कोई नहीं. No one makes money, right? In fact, the food that you're buying, even they also incur losses because you stop buying food. So it's a loss-making proposition for the commercial world. That's why fasting is never mainstream. Fasting is always considered to be an alternate science, and medical science has taken over everything because it's very profitable. Lots of money. There are doctors, there are medicines, there is big pharma. नींद नहीं आ रही गोली खा लो, पेट साफ नहीं हो रहा गोली खा लो, हेडेक हो रहा है गोली खा लो, टूथेक हो रहा है गोली खा लो, डिप्रेशन हो रहा है गोली खा लो, blood pressure हो रहा है गोली खा लो, diabetes you're eating medicine, right? And you're taking insulin, but none of that is curing you. And the more you take दवाई दवाई दवाई, आयुर्वेद में बोलते हैं दवाई मतलब दवाई. The more medicines you take, the more you suppress a problem. And the more you suppress a problem, वो धीरे धीरे बढ़ के कुछ और बन जाता है. And that becomes a chronic problem. And that's why you see, unfortunately, every one of us has a friend or a relative who suffered with cancer or is suffering with cancer. And that is the last stage. Kachra, 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 and eventually it gets into cancer, which unfortunately till date medical science has not been able to crack. Even in naturopathy, there is no 100% surety, but there are a lot of people who recover. So having said that, fasting is the only thing that our ancestors did, right? वो क्या करते थे जब बीमार पड़ जाते थे, खाना खाना बंद कर दो. Does anyone have a pet, a dog? You'll have a dog, right? So when dogs are not well, they stop eating. They don't eat. And you will go around them, beta khale, khale, khale. They won't eat because they have the instinct within them that when they are not well, they don't eat. And then they recover. When there's an injury, all you do is lie down in the sun and you recover, right? That is nature, and that's how nature was meant to be. But unfortunately, we've started having multiple meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner is not defined by God or by nature. It's all a commercial practice that happened in the last century or less. And I think we are the generation who's been the worst victims because our parents were victims of commercialization. Our parents were the ones in 80s and 70s who got exposed to advertising. They got exposed to cornflakes. They got exposed to toothbrushes. They got exposed to, acha, blood pressure hai, goli kha lo. They believed this is modern science and they passed it on to us. But gradually we are a generation recovering from it. Hopefully the next generation should be much, much, much more evolved than what we are. So that's what fasting is all about. Stop eating. जैसे सब खाना खाना बंद करोगे, body में जितना भी पुराना कचरा है, that will start coming out. Now, how does kachra come out? In most cases, 90% of the cases that I've spoken to, it comes out by something called loose motions. Looses. Simple. Right? And there are people, then they take a medicine for that also. Oh my God, loose motion, okay, take a pill. Don't do that, right? Loose motions is good news. And what does loose motions happen? When you have flab, when you have fat on your body, that is all liquid, right? When you feel your body, kachra hai, pet pe, sab, it is all moving. It's all kachra, like, maide ka aata hota hai, it is like that. Faltu flab. It's all liquid. It's all toxic liquid, and that directly comes out. And you can see a weight loss of almost half a kilo every day. If you are a pith, you can see almost a kilo a day. I've had people who have had weights of 140 losing almost 140, 1,500 grams, 1.5 kilo per day. That's how the body starts throwing out. And the body is so thankful to you, finally, let me clear up all the kachra. Right? If you are underweight, you should not do extreme fasting, not needed. Have your regular meals, have home food, have fruits, have vegetables, have regular stuff. But if you are overweight, irrespective whether you are a kapha, pitta or vata, you should fast. You should fast once every 10 days or at least once every 14 days. That is Ekadashi in the Hindu Dharma. महीने में 2 बार Ekadashi आती है. You have Navratras, which are starting tomorrow. This was proposed by Neha, so we started for this time. And if you are a Muslim, there is something called Ramadan, which is so beautiful. You go on a dry fast for twice in a year, and you don't drink even water. So the dry fast, Hindu Dharma mein nirjal bolte hain. When you're dry completely. I've had people with UTIs going through all kind of medication, and we've helped them completely rid UTIs in about a week. Which is a hybrid of water fast and dry fast. Water fast and a dry fast. So imagine you're building a bridge on the Arabian Sea. You're in Bandra overseeing the beautiful Arabian Sea, right? To build the bridge, can you actually put the concrete in running water? You can't. You have to remove the water, or you have to create some kind of a cavity so the bridge can settle, the pillars can get erected, right? So that's exactly what the human body is. If you've got any kind of infection in your body, you let it dry. वो धीरे-धीरे सूखेगा, ठीक हो जाएगा. If you have a scratch on your hands, what happens? The scratch happens. It is not, you don't need a guy who will build your skin. It comes on its own, right? And the simplest way to do it is wash it, ideally with some form of alcohol, which is a good disinfectant, and just let it lie in the sun. So that's all healing is about. So if you are not well, you should fast. If you are well, you should fast so that you remain well, right? And that's all there is to it. If you are a growing child, you're in the age of below 14, you should not fast. You can skip meals. So I encourage my daughter Anya today on a juice fast, but she had breakfast and she's going to be having fruits all day long, and she's going to go back to her regular eating tomorrow. So for a kid who's 15, 1 day is enough. That 1 day ensures all the bloody Bonvita, chocolates, cakes, and the birthday party pizzas and pastas, they at least get washed away. The kids are so fertile, the body cleans it up in a day, right? But in our case, it takes longer. And I think most of you are above 30, so it's going to take a little longer to clean up. So that's the whole idea. Navratras go back centuries, thousands of years. This is the change of the season. You're moving from summers to autumn. And that's when people fall sick. You'll get mucus, khasi, bimari, balgam, fever. So our ancestors said कि तो गलत time है, इस वक्त खाना पीना बंद कर दो. लोग नहीं माने तो उसको religious practice बना दिया. That's all there is to it, right? So that's fasting. So I hope all of you got your body types. Now broadly, 3 body types: kapha, pitta, and vata. Kapha, there is the element is a composition of earth and water. So kapha bodies can fast easily. They can fast for a month. We've had people on the group who've done 20, 30 days very easily. Very easily. Even day 2 is not a problem. Day 1 is not a problem because the body is already on the heavier side, very tense, and they start feeling very good on day 2. And they are the ones who will post maximum pictures, you know, very happy, very peaceful, weighing scale, weight going down, everything. So kaphas blindly go do a fast. And you are probably overweight if you are a kapha. You are dense, you're heavy, you know, you've got probably blood pressure. Vatas are the ones who are mostly bloated, gas problems, have major problems in going to the washroom every morning. Gas issues होता है, वाता का thin structure होता है, hair loss होता है, very bright, very intelligent. But the problem with vatas is the gas and the bloating. So they cannot do raw fruits and vegetables. They can do raw fruits but no vegetables because कच्ची सब्जी से और bloating होता है. You know, so you blanch them or you know add some water, heat them up so they don't cause any level of bloating. That's vata, and a vata can easily do a good fast for at least a week. उस एक हफ्ते में क्या होगा, आपकी बॉडी में जितना भी कचरा है वो निकल जाएगा. आपको जो भी गैस बनता है एवरी डे, constant bloating, after 2 days it will vanish. Suddenly there's no bloating. And you know why? Because nothing is going in, so obviously it's going to come out. But it will heal the body. That's the thing of a vata. The most difficult to fast is with a pitta. So someone had put on the group who had a pit. Pit के केस में क्या होता है? The digestive fire is very high. Your metabolism is very strong, right? So you eat and you burn. You eat and you burn. And pittas are best when they don't eat 3 meals. They can even have 5 meals a day, but little chota meals. You know, you have one idli, then you rest. Then you have an avocado toast. Then after 2 hours, you have a whatever, some snack or some meal. So pit is the most difficult to fast, but the maximum gains of fasting happen with the pit because the burn really fast. So they'll expect a lot of weight loss, right? So depending on your body types. But it's not that easy because no one is a pure pit, kapha or a vata. People are a hybrid of pitta, kapha or a vata. So knowing on your body types, you will have to decide on how you fast. It's completely on your body types. No one is a pure pitta. You'll have a composition of a kapha, pitta or a vata. And no type is better than the other. All are equal, but all have different tastes. For example, pith. If your pith is very high, you do not like sour stuff. You know, khatta, you can't handle a nimu. And some people who can handle it, but they take it forcefully, it tends to backfire, cause acidity and bloating. If you are a kapha, you should avoid excessive oils and too much grain because that will cause you to feel heavy and dense. If you are a vata, you should avoid bitter and spicy stuff. जितने भी वात लोग होते हैं उनको मिर्ची खाते ही हालत खराब हो जाती है, you know. Whereas a kapha generally likes mirchi. So you need to know your body type. Now karele ka juice is considered to be very healthy. For a kapha, it is amrit. You can have karele ka juice, right? It's like bitter and it's medicinal. But for a vata, it is practically poison. The guy will feel constipated and sick, right? So please be very careful on your body types. You can do your research on kapha, pitta and vata. There is a lot of research done globally and a lot of Indian people have done it. You can follow that. But I'll give you a broad protocol on what you should do on your fast. So before I open into Q&A, I will tell you the do's and don'ts of all those who are fasting. First thing, make sure you have a cold press juicer at home. If you don't, you can order it on any e-commerce site. The best, we don't endorse any brand, but most people here are using Horum and Q-Wings. Amazing. Get a juicer with a wide neck so that you can insert the whole apple or the whole orange. You don't have to cut it into pieces. You get these wide neck juicers, right? Where you put the whole fruit inside and it's also. Q-Wings is good because it removes the seed. So the seed doesn't get crushed, the bitterness of the seed. So we are using Q-Wings in the office. We've got a Horum, or I think we've got Q-Wings. We've got Ria also, is a colleague of mine on the call. Hi Ria, how are you? So we use lots of juices. So figure out whether you want a Q-Wing or a Horum or whatever you want, but make sure you have a cold press juicer. Blender क्यों नहीं? Blender में waste होता है बहुत. You're blending it and a lot of kachra, you're wasting almost 40% and it kills the micronutrients of the juice. So cold press juicer is very effective and very easy to use. 1. 2, make sure you've done your body type, कफ, पित्त और वात, so you know exactly क्या खाना है, क्या पीना है, कब करना है. अगर आपका पित्त ज्यादा है तो आपके मूड स्विंग्स भी होंगे, गुस्सा भी आएगा. तो make sure your spouse is at a a decent distance from you, because he or she will get totally rogered unless he or she is fasting with you. But mood swings होगा. पित्त के बहुत ज्यादा mood swings होते हैं. कफा के ठीक है. कफा doesn't bother only. कफा is like ठीक है यार, I eat after 10 days. देखी जाएगी 5 किलो कम होगा. I'll have a great time. Vata somewhere in between. So get your cold pressed juicer. Make sure you've done your body type, Kapha, Pitta or Vata, so that you know what juices work for you, what don't work for you. But one moti golden rule is your taste buds will guide you. You know, so if you're a very high kapha, you might feel like having something spicy. So with a vegetable juice, there is no harm in putting in a green chili as well to add to the spice, right? If you're overweight, avoid the salt. If you are a vata, you can have some salt. But I'll get to individual. So first you got a cold press juicer. You got your body type decided, which is, again, body types are not constant. There is something called a prakriti and there is something called a vikriti. Prakriti is what you are by birth. वो कभी change नहीं होने वाला. Vikriti change होता है season के साथ. You know, you've traveled, you've been eating a lot of fried stuff, you've been eating oil, ghee, maida, bhatura, you're in Europe, you had a lot of flour, your kapha tends to increase, right? So depending on different bodies, you'll have different kinds of reactions to the system. Now, that is what it is broadly is. So you've got your body types. Third thing, very important, take a picture of yourself. If you're fasting and you have any intent of looking better or losing weight, take a picture of yourself in the same clothes with the same angle, so that after 9 days, when you take a picture of yourself, you know exactly what you've achieved and you can share a before after. So that's broadly what you need to know. Attend the daily calls. I will try and be part of every call at 6 p.m. If there is NOA, SOS, you can drop me a message. I'll get back to you. 6 p.m. calls. So the objective is very simple. You really don't need me. It is just that people meet each other, they chat, you feel more motivated. So this is the time when you feel like going for a drink. But if you're part of the call, the drink will be a juice and you might as well save the day for yourself, right? So that's broadly what it is. So you can raise your hands. We will get into Q&As. You can hang on with the rest of the questions. Don't give me any gory details. But broadly, if you have any problems, you can tell me and I'll tell you what the solution is. We'll wrap it up. Right? So anyone wants to raise their hands and we can start off with that. Just put on your camera and we'll start with Ushma. Hi. Sorry.
Hi.
Ushma. Hi, Ushma. How are you?
Hi. Good, Pankaj. How are you?
Very good. Tell me.
So I had written on the group, I did do this sort of juice diet for a week or 2 weeks ago for about 10 days. Now, I didn't do my test at that point in time, so I didn't know what body type I was. I just did the test. Turns out that I'm 8 Pitta and then 31 Kapha and Vata. So I don't really know where I sit.
No, you're pretty balanced. I think 31, and that number is pretty balanced. So you don't have any major lifestyle ailments.
Okay, yeah, at the moment I don't.
You won't have any ailments. You're pretty balanced. You can't have any lifestyle ailments unless you deliberately go for it. So you're pretty sorted. And what, you're overweight or something?
No.
Then why are you in this group?
Just a toxin cleansing kind of thing. That's it.
Brilliant.
I felt much better when I did that.
So detox, what you do is start off with 3 days. You don't need to do 9 days. Start with 3 days. And once you're done with the 3 days, then you decide whether you want to continue or not continue. But as far as the toxins in your gut are concerned, most of them will go in 3 days. And then you get back to your regular stuff. But if you wish to lose another 2-3 kilos, take it for 9 days. What you can do is do the 3 days, and after another 3 days of normal food, you can do a liver cleanse. That's all you need to do, but you're doing fine.
Okay, fine. Perfect. Thank you. That's all that I need.
Okay, we've got next. Anyone questions? Yeah. Hi. So that's his iPhone. So hello, iPhone. I can't hear you, iPhone. Yeah. The name is not there. You're on mute.
Hi. No, I just logged in. Hi, I'm Jaya. Pankaj. Thanks for including me in this group. Yeah, I'll change my name on that so it doesn't come as iPhone. I shared my body type. It's 56% Pitta, 25% Vata, and 19% Kapha. So again, I don't know where I sit.
Are you overweight?
Yes.
By what's your height and weight?
I'm 5'2". I weigh 64.5 kilos.
You are about 10 kilos to knock off, aram se to feel better. So go for the 9 days. Don't worry. It'll be difficult for you. The first 3 days will be horrible. Tomorrow will be horrible. The world will come to an end. Don't get suicidal, huh? It's
No,
all in
I
the
won't.
mind. It's gonna get it's in the mind. Just you're 64. Just put a scale saying 59, a number called 59 in your room, and just look at that every time your mood takes a thing. Your height it will be a little difficult for you, but since you're overweight, your body will take it easily. Knock off
And
5 kilos. Have sweet oranges are there now. Go with your taste buds, right? Don't force. Juice का मतलब ये नहीं है कि ठूसे जाओ. Yeah, juice pee liya. You're not like a juiceaholic or something. When you're
I mean,
hungry,
I have been having juice. पहले मेरे पास वो क्यूविंग्स ही है. I mean, but I was doing it just for because I don't like eating raw fruits. तो मुझे juice में ही पसंद है. So I used to have that, but then like you said, and I'm glad you said it because I can probably have 3 bar juice and then I'm kind of sorted and done. उससे ज़्यादा नहीं पिया जाता है.
No. So there is one more catch there. In your case, when you get up in the morning, you're a bit. If you manage to go to the washroom, great. If you need some support for evac, so make sure you have 2-3 glasses of juice and follow that with the Tadasan. So I've got a video called PPTM, Pavan Muktasan, Pani, Tadasan, and Malasan. So if you see it on the Instagram page, it's very good. It's a 2-minute process because when you're juicing now, because your input of food gets disrupted, so you don't go to the washroom and you feel a little tired and weak and you don't feel satisfied till you hit the washroom. So do the juice in the morning if you need to, and then try to go on a dry fast, which means 4, 5, 6 घंटे मत पियो juice, कुछ मत करो जब तक मुंह में नहीं till you don't start craving. And you'll get a craving for oranges or watermelon or whatever craving you get. Then you have the 2 glasses of juice.
ठीक है.
And then make sure you have a washroom near you.
Sure, I will.
Yeah,
All
because
right.
that's a very regular thing when the body goes into a dry state and when you pump in juice, it goes into the large intestine and starts throwing out old muck. That's all good news. So any visit to the washroom is good news. Yeah.
ठीक है. Thank you so much.
Enjoy the trip to the washroom. Make sure you have some nice music, good washroom, and have fun, right? But that's for all of you. Please understand, detox mana कि तुम्हारा there are 4 ways to detox: respiration, pranayam, perspiration, which is sweating, right? Defecation, going to the washroom, and urination, right? So whenever you juice, some 90% obviously go through your gallbladder, through your kidneys into urination, but 10% goes part of the excretion process, right? So that's all cleansing. So do that. Go with your taste buds, Jaya. Yes,
Thank you so much.
Shivani, next question. Sorry, Shivani Singh. No, Shaival Singh, sorry. Shaival,
Yeah,
how are you, man?
yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I remember you were somewhere in Texas, right?
Yes, I'm in
Tell me,
Texas.
Shaival.
Yeah,
barbecue.
so I did my test with you last time. So it was like 50% Vat and 37% cough and 13% Pith. So what do you recommend for me?
And
Like
I believe you are
100%?
pretty overweight. You should be like 100 plus or something.
Yes.
What's your weight?
It's 130 plus.
Bro, get into a 21-day fast. Start from now.
Yeah.
Don't think. Close your eyes. Stop eating. Just keep juicing. You're decent vata. You won't have any problems except for cravings, since whatever it is. So make sure you have a juicer and just juice for the next 21 days. 9 days will get you in the right path, but take it to 21. If you do the 21 day, you will knock off about 10 to 12 kilos. And you will start looking much healthier. Abhi thoda sa Shaival, not looking too good, bro. You need to work out, man. You need to sweat it out.
No, I go to gym every day, but there is
Workout,
no
no weights and all. You don't need a gym. You need to juice. You need to walk in the sun, bare feet on the grass. Walk and sweat. Now, what's the weather like? Is it cold or warm?
It's warm weather right now.
हाँ तो warm में क्या करो? There is a guy called Prince Kohli. He now is part of Bollywood. He does character roles. He was part of my UTV thing. He was like obscene. Poor guy, but he decided one day to change. And I'm talking about 2005 or 7. I saw him on the road in June in India, walking with a full leather jacket नहीं होती वो sweatshirt वाले the one which you wear on a bike, which is imporous, and he was just sweating, right? So you just need to sweat, juice and sweat, walk, sweat whenever you get time, nothing more. And if you want to go to the gym, try to go to the gym for cardio. Don't do any weight training. Zero weight training. बिल्कुल भी नहीं करना weight training पे protein carb मांगेगी body. only walking, cardio, cross trainers, and cycling, and what. And try to align with nature, na? Get some sun. Gym unless you have an open. Okay, Sheva, listen. I want you to be on my next DP for this one, before and after, and we'll get you on the DP in 2 months.
Okay.
21 days you'll be a change, and I want to introduce you to a guy called Yakul on the group. Connect with him offline. He is what he is now, and before was you. So he'll be a good inspiration for you.
Okay.
Okay.
So is there like, I don't have that juicer right now. So should I start with the blender first and I order it?
Blender se kar lo, but go to the market and pick up a juicer right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Pick a juicer, cold press juicer.
So only juices, no vegetable, nothing, no fruits.
No, vegetable juices. You can have ABC, apple, carrot, beetroot, spinach, lots of juices. People will be sharing lots of recipes with you. I cracked something nice. I added some mint to my orange today. Amazing stuff. You will crack it. So have vegetable juices, of course.
But do we have some list that what type of juices we can take as per body type?
Yeah, it will be shared on the group. Many people will share their recipes. Don't worry.
Okay.
At the end of 9 days, you will be sharing recipes. Don't worry, you will get it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, Sevat. Okay, so we've got Malika. Malika, hi. How are you? Sorry, I don't speak to you during the day. Yeah? I try to club everything for 6 p.m.
No problem.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I'm a 50% Pitta, 25 Vata, Kapha. I want to lose a few kilos, like 1 or 2 type. Chalo 2-3 type. If I'm doing it, I might as well do it properly.
But that is easy.
How does this? I've never done juicing in my life, so I don't even know when you say juice. What do you mean? Just have juice all day? That's it.
Just
so I do 16 hours of fasting about 5 days a week. Okay, so I anyway do 16 hours. But then, and Mondays I know.
I will tell you this analogy. So you need to go to a beach which is 24 kilometers away, but you go 16 kilometers and then you come back.
Yeah.
Then you go another 16 kilometers and you come back. So you feel good, but you don't reach the beach. So when you're getting into a complete fast, after 16-18 hours, you get into a serious autophagy mode. And the 2-3 kilos that you want to knock off, you'll knock them off in 3-4 days, 4 days, 5 days at max.
So what do I need to do? Like, how do I structure my day?
So you wake up in the morning, make sure you are very busy, because one, as a pit, you're hyperactive, you like to stay busy. And the biggest problem with juicing is you become vela. Kuch nahi hai karne ko. Nothing to cook, nothing to eat. So if you cook, make sure you cook. If you supervise cooking, if you have cooks, make sure you do that. Don't give up the kitchen. Supervise
I'm
cooking.
at work. I don't have time for all this. So I'll just have to carry everything with me.
Yeah, so lovely. That's even better if you are at work. So carry your juice bottle with you. Make sure you juice about 1 liter in the morning. You take it with you. That's enough. Or zyada koi tension nahi hai.
But juice
so
what?
You start up with orange juices. There's sweet oranges now. Very nice sweet orange.
Okay.
Buy 5 kilos of sweet orange juice. Juice them out. Carry it in a bottle. And have 2-3 glasses before you go. Before you hit the washroom. And carry that.
So don't do 16 hours of fasting.
No, you can skip now. If you want to lose some weight, then just don't eat now for 3-4 days. What's the big deal?
Okay, so normally I would do 16 hours of fasting and then break it with a few nuts.
No, nuts is the wrong thing. You can, if you break it with a fruit. Nuts take about 8-10 hours to digest. So your body is constantly working.
Okay.
So
I also have thyroid.
Thyroid. Don't worry. Thyroid will get sorted. Thyroid takes time, but you'll have to do some homeopathy, a good homeopathy along with fasting. Thyroid gets sorted. There is no problem at all. What you need to do is, so my Bindu is my wife. I don't know if you met Bindu, but she's been a thyroid thing and she's had acne, a lot of other challenges. But that primarily would have happened because of a removal of a gallbladder at a very early age. So these are all side effects. Thyroid jo hota hai, it's just a minor thing. Hi.
Pankaj, can you hear me? Max.
Yes, Max, hi, how are you?
Good. Just tell Malli she can get in touch with me. I'll guide her.
On the thyroid?
I don't know if she knows that I did a 22-day fast.
Really?
And, so I'll tell you what.
And a 6.5 day of just fasting.
Wow.
No food. So you give me a shout. I'll guide you with the thing.
Okay.
Chat
So
up
like
with
if I
Rajat
was to,
offline. So I'll tell
I
you,
will.
it's a very important thing. What I'm glad Rajat said this. So Rajat is on the group, and there is nothing. So I'd share. Rajat is fond of his evening drinks, and so are many of us. But the day he decided to do juicing, not only did he quit the evening alcohol, he went on a complete fast for I think 22 days. With fast Malika means zero food and only juices. And on the 15th or the 16th day, he went cycling for some 20-30 kilometers. Right? So Rajat is a kapha. So what I said, kaphas के case में बहुत अलग body type होता है. But if kaphas can do it, so can you. So you are going off food completely for the first 3 days, effective tomorrow.
Pankaj, one more thing that you need to highlight in the group is to strain the juice before having it.
Yeah. So that's there in the.
I mean, if you want to give your system a complete rest.
Correct. So what happens is when you strain it, जो fiber भी नहीं जाता ना Malika, once there is no fiber in the body, then there is nothing left to digest. So your digestive tract is completely off. And what you're doing is by having the juices, you're absorbing the vitamins. So imagine you have one glass of orange juice, which has got 6 oranges. So you've taken all the orange ka vitamins in your body, right? But you're not eating anything. So the digestive tract is completely free. After 24 hours, it'll start fighting with you. Where's the food? It's going to give you headaches. It could give you mild little bit of problems. If you have any body parts which are weak, they'll start aching the most. You know, some people have like a tennis elbow, wo pain shuru ho jayega. So that is part of the healing process.
Okay.
Right? But after you've done 24 hours, it's okay. Then it's only in the mind. Yeah, you know, you're missing out on some fancy meal, the flavors of food. So my advice is keep cooking or keep staying busy and you'll be okay. But you do 3 days, you'll knock off your 2 kilos and then you'll get a hang of it and you'll be much more conscious about it.
And namak is okay?
नमक अवॉइड करने से जल्दी और जल्दी फास्ट फैट बर्न होगा बहुत जल्दी होगा if you have a little namak if you are a vata you can have namak but as pith you can avoid it no problem
Okay.
it's only 3 days baba just put a diary tomorrow is what Tuesday tomorrow is what Thursday right so Thursday Friday Saturday just put Sunday on your room this Sunday I'm going to be human again I'm going to get food again imagine you're stranded on a no man's island for 3 days कुछ नहीं होगा
So just order juice tomorrow and I can make my own juices as in whatever I feel like, right? Like I can do apple, orange, carrot, whatever.
Have your juices as per your taste buds. In the case of a pith, you might not like khatta stuff, so you like the rest of the sweet stuff. So have it then. If you like it, then it's a pith. So then you need to do a test again because if you're 50% pith cannot be high on khatta.
No, another thing, Pankaj, I don't know whether Malika knows about the cold press juicer. Maybe she thinks it's just the regular blender juicer.
No cold press juicer. I've got a regular juicer at home, but I don't know if it's cold pressed or not. I mean, I'm not that regular juicer, but I'll check on the cold press juicer. I'll get that.
Cold press juicer,
just put it on Amazon. You will get it in the morning, or you can just buy it from the market. A cold press juicer.
Done.
Chroma, you'll get it at Chroma.
I'll just get it.
ठीक है दूसरा चीज Malika
Amazon is having a special thing on juicers. You can book on Amazon.
Done.
Yeah. So all of you understand one more thing, please, that, you know, mostly I'm in a good weight, but sometimes when I travel a lot, we tend to gain weight, we tend to indulge. So juicing is something to maintain the body. But even if you're perfect weight, सब कुछ ठीक है, juicing से you're ensuring that you remain healthy. You understand? You don't fall sick. That's all what it is. Right?
And if you're dying of hunger, what do you do? Can I eat a fruit if I'm really hungry and I want to eat some solid food?
Just do 3 days of juicing and
Have
then you
another juice.
It will take you, I'll tell you what, 3 days of completely no food, no fruit will take you to a different level for the rest of your life. You will become so conscious of your body. You know what? So this is a little weird, but the fact is, I have, over the last few years, I've been practicing juicing and cleaning of the body. I can literally smell a lot of people, you know, when they come close because everyone has a body odor besides the perfume that they wear. So the bodies open up, the senses open up, right? So tum karo 3 din. It's very difficult. I'm not saying it's easy, but once you've done the 3 days, it will make many other challenges in your life easy.
Cool.
You know,
let's try this.
Try it.
I'll try it.
Okay, Pranav, sorry, you've been waiting for a long time. Pranav.
Yeah, hi Pankaj, how are you?
I'm very good, Pranav. Tell me hi.
Yeah. So Pankaj, first thing is that me and my wife, we both are like pretty much like Pitta and Vata. Like our numbers are like almost same, like no difference, big numbers. Like it's the same combination of that. The biggest thing which I faced last time, मैंने last time किया था fasting. I did for like I reached like 5 days, like I was like dead, like like so I did like 5-6 days. The biggest trouble for me was not eating. Is where like I need to chunk something in my mouth. The chunking was a
We
problem.
have a habit of chewing, right? So that's very difficult. तो वो हो ही नहीं रहा था.
तो ऐसे कुछ चबाना है, मतलब होता है ना कि आपको कुछ फ्लेवर का टेस्ट चाहिए, वो नहीं हो रहा है. हो रहा है कि कुछ चबाना है. मतलब मैं इतना परेशान हो गया, तो मैं बीबी से मैंने क्या किया, जूसिंग किया मैंने. Like if I need some chunking, so I pick up a grape and I try to like chunk that grape, but I throw the waste out. Like वो फाइबर फेंक दिया निकाल के. मतलब वो एक प्रॉब्लम मेरे को हुआ. बट इस बार ये कि नवरात्रे में यूजुअली हम लोग नवरात्रे के फास्टिंग हम लोग कई सालों से कर रहे हैं. लाइक आई डू ट्वाइस अ ईयर, आई डू इट. उसमें ये होता है कि हम लोग वी डोंट ईट एनीथिंग. द ओनली थिंग वी ईट वंस अ डे इज लाइक लाइक वो आलू का वो फलाहार टाइप बना लिया और दही के साथ खा लिया. तो दैट्स व्हाट वी यूज्ड टू डू. But now this year it's like a moreover like a juicing with that, so it's gonna be fun. So I just want you to guide us, like how we should do it, and like
So the dahi is not the problem, but the dahi that you're getting is a problem because all of it is fake that you're getting in the market.
No, we make it dahi home. We make dahi
घर
घर पे, हम लोग घर पे बनाते
But
हैं.
where do you get the milk from?
I get the normal dairy milk. जो normal cane milk आता है वही लाता हूँ मैं usually
So
actually.
that's also fake.
Okay.
All brands are fake. I've seen the production in and out. They don't declare it on the packages unless you have your own cow or you have a farm where you can source your milk. That is very important. So try to do that. Lekin jab tak when you're fasting, avoid dairy completely because it takes a huge time to process.
Okay.
And then real milk, what we source are the cost of production of my milk. So I've got a couple of cows at my farm, and it comes to almost about 150 or 120 rupees a liter. Right? So अगर 160 का प्रोड्यूस ही 160 का, उससे कम कुछ मिल रहा है तो नकली है. Right? It takes almost 20 kilos of milk to produce 1 kilo of ghee. So 20 into 150 is almost 3,000 rupees of raw material. So people are selling ghee at some $800-900.
Agree with you.
पता नहीं किसका घी है, क्या है, God knows. But there is a major problem. So you got to abstain from that too. Aloo, falhar, वगैरह सब ठीक है. So yeah. So it's real ghee is expensive. But fasting, matlab, if your idea is not to lose weight, then you're okay. Then you have your.
No, I need to lose weight.
No,
we both need to lose weight. That's why we like you just guide us like what we need to.
So I'll tell you what you do. I'll give you a protocol 3-3-3, which is only 3 days of juicing, which is tomorrow, day after, and 3 days of juicing. Once after 3 days, once you're done your 3 days, then you get into 3 days of juice and fruit.
Okay.
जब मुंह में कुछ डालने का मन कर रहा है तो कुछ चबा लो और फिर जूस ओनली व्हेन हंग्री. अगर जबरदस्ती जूस चूसोगे तो वेट लॉस नहीं होगा. जबरदस्ती फल खाओगे तो जब बहुत बहुत ज्यादा प्यास लग रही है, यू कैन हैव जूस. जब बहुत ज्यादा भूख लग रही है, यू कैन हैव फ्रूट. ओनली व्हेन यू आर क्रेविंग. नो क्रेविंग, डोंट हैव इट.
Okay.
And then once you've done 3 days of juicing, 3 days of fruiting, and then 3 days of juicing. That's it. 9 days में काफी तुम्हारा फायदा हो जाएगा. So 3 days of juicing will open up the system. It will dry out the old muck. Then 3 days of fruiting will ensure there's a lot of fiber going in the body. And when the fiber goes in the body, it will ensure it cleans up the intestines. And then 3 days of juicing will ensure कि वो भी fiber है सब निकल गया. So 9 days you're a fresh human again. Malika, black coffee and black tea, if it's an addiction, you can have, sorry, one second. If it's an addiction, you can have a cup. If it's an addiction, if it gives you too much of a headache and if it's very difficult to sustain, have that 1 cup and avoid when you can. But if it's a deal breaker, कि coffee तो लेनी ही पड़ेगी, नहीं तो मैं कर ही नहीं पाऊंगा juicing, then have that 1 cup.
Can we have milk coffee as well? Coffee.
No. Yeah, don't do that milk. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can might as well go to a bloody Starbucks and have complete poison. So don't do it. When you're fasting, don't do it. समझा करो. Dairy, दूध. If you go by the science of milk, listen, I love my cold coffee at times, but I get it done at home. If I have a cold coffee, I travel a lot in a hotel. My body is so potent, I start sneezing, man. I sneeze 50 times and I have the mucus literally coming out. Okay, that's all kachra. So don't have abhi doodh. Abhi who asked this question? No, milk. Who
Shaival.
asked it?
Shaival
You are the gentleman from Texas, right?
Yes, yes.
You should not be asking this question.
Okay, okay.
You are hugely overweight, man. I want you to lose 40 kilos or at least 30 kilos over the next 3 months. And we will do it. Once you do that, you will be in a different zone altogether, right? So, milk bilkul band kar do. वैसे भी आप तो बंद ही कर दो.
Pankaj, one more question I have. So,
Yeah.
मेरे को ना chronic constipation का problem है. So, anything which you wanna suggest me to do today before, like I'm gonna do 1 meal a day today anyways. But anything else you want me to add today, so that at least from tomorrow I can just do it.
So you go to the where are you? Which part of the world?
I'm in Minnesota. I'm in US.
You don't get castor oil, so try to get castor. I don't know if you can get castor oil.
Yeah, I will get it. Yeah.
अच्छा castor oil organic सा मिल जाए. Have a few spoons of that every day.
Okay.
In the morning or in the night when you sleep. So tonight when you sleep, have 3 spoons of castor oil. Castor oil is a very good laxative and it is non-addictive. So it'll help you clear up. Have that in the morning as well. Now, whether the 3 spoons become 6 or 2 depends on how the body responds. So don't start with 6 because that could result in loose motions, excessive. So dhire start karo. Have 3 spoons, have 4 spoons. Now, constipation, I'm glad you've raised it. I'll tell you 70% of the world is constipated. Physically. The balance 3 is mentally constipated. The balance 30%. So everyone has got some problem, but 30% जो पेट का constipation है, आप समझो इसको बहुत important है. Constipation is the cause of all ailments because your intestines are not clean. If your intestines are not clean, your lymphatic system is not working. If your lymphatic system is not working, your cells are getting choked. If your cells are getting choked, blood pressure हो रहा है, diabetes हो रहा है, arthritis हो रहा है, नींद नहीं आ रही है, depression हो रहा है, सारी बीमारी हो रही है. तो आपको पेट साफ करना है. पेट साफ करने के लिए there are 2-3 things. One is make sure you do castor oil at times. 2, try to source. Now, if you can make it, I'll tell you in the next session, we'll spend 10 minutes on making a powder at home, which you should have every day, but I'll tell you that tomorrow. But what you do for now is make sure you have castor oil. 2, you twist the body. जितने भी योगा के क्रियाएं हैं, वो twisting के हैं योग के. And what does yoga do? It makes you evacuate, literally. Yoga makes you stretch. Pavan Muktasan stretch hai, Gau Mukhasan stretch hai, bend, Chakrasana stretch hai. They are opening up your intestines. Every stretch is opening up. Imagine a pipe which is choked. And the moment you straighten the pipe, it will clean up. That's your intestine because it's all ghuma hua, na? So you need to start yoga and choke. A lot of people who have constipation, major issues, you will see them going for long walk. बात पे walk के निकल जाते हैं. सूप पी रहे हो, walk पे निकल जाओ. So it helps them release. So what you do is start yoga online. If you can afford offline, it's great. For during the juicing process, you have your castor oil. I have made a video called PPTM. Just Google it on Google it, or I don't know, it'll be on Instagram. Pavan Muktasan, Pani, Tadasan और Malasan. ये 3 item process करो, आपका पेट साफ होना शुरू हो जाएगा. Which means morning में Pavan Muktasan in the bed for 2 minutes. When you do Pavan Muktasan, that will release a lot of air in the body. The moment the body air gets released, it will induce motion. If it does not have water, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 glasses of water, and then Tadasan. Tadasan is stretching up. When you do Tadasan, it releases water into the intestine, so it sends you to the washroom. Pavan Muktasan, Pani, Tadasan, and the last is Malasan. Uska naam hi Malasan. Malasan kya hota hai? Squat. So see how your parents and how they earlier used to go to the washroom. There was no sitting pot. It was an Indian style pot, right? You sit down and it stretches, it squats. So that squat naturally releases and cleanses your body. So try to squat. I know you don't have Indian pots. We all have Western pots, but try to squat before you sit on the pot. And get yourself on Amazon also, you'll get these seats which are like supports for the legs. So when you sit, your legs are not on the ground, they're slightly raised. But that's it. But listen, this problem won't go away in 9 days. It's going to take 9 months. लेकिन धीरे धीरे जाएगा वो. If you take a laxative pill today, you will feel good tomorrow, but it will become an addiction. So next 9 months, cure yourself so you never get a constipation again.
And for this castor oil, I have to drink with like a lukewarm water, right?
Yeah. So you have castor oil 1, 2, 3, 4, and then have water 3-4 glass garam pani.
Garam
जितना
pani.
ज्यादा पानी पियोगे उतना फायदा, because the more water goes, it will go into this.
Okay.
And then you have your regular juicing over the days, you'll be good.
Perfect.
But listen, I'm going to do a session. I'm going to ask Vicky or someone to organize a session on constipation. That's very important. Even if you're not constipated, people feel that they're okay. जो कफा होते हैं, पिता होते हैं, उनका पेट साफ हो जाता है कई लोग का. उनको लगता है हो गया, लेकिन किसी का पेट साफ नहीं होता, because the intestines, they're supposed to be this clean, right? But वो choke हो जाती है, इतना सा रह जाता है अंदर. It's all kachra inside. Once that kachra comes out, you see the glow. You know, a lot of girls say we got a nice hair day. The बाल बड़े चमक रहे हैं. That is nothing. It's a bloody clean intestine that day. That's all. It's a clean intestine. And you got a bad intestine, you got bad hair. It is directly linked. People who shave, when you shave, you realize when you got a bad day in the washroom, your shaving is not good. And when you got a clean intestine, bloody it comes out like smooth. Sub linked there. Everything is linked to the gut. They say the gut is the second brain. I say it's the bloody first brain. Everything is the gut. Everything.
Yeah. And I have a question. Like I weigh almost 64 अभी, and last time जब आपने juicing करा था तो उस समय I think in 4.5 days or something I lost 4 kgs, 4 to 5 kgs. So I'm pretty good and I can do fasting for a very long time. I'm very dedicated to that. So I'm pretty good with that. But only problem is I have a very hectic schedule. बहुत ज़्यादा. I have to walk and I have to climb stairs all day, all wrong. कभी-कभी बैठने का भी time नहीं मिलता because I'm a scientist.
Awesome, perfect. So the biggest problem of juicing is velapanti.
मेरे को बहुत भूख लगती है. I have such a good appetite. मेरे को proper time पे भूख लगती है और मेरे को उस समय इतनी भूख लगती थी कि मुझे समझ नहीं आता था. So I keep drinking water, but end में आके I used to get so exhausted.
No. So sorry, I didn't get your name.
Vishali.
Vishali, you have no problem. You got a good appetite. If you're overweight, 64. If you need to be 55 or 56, just get to that space. What's your height?
I'm 5'3".
5'3", na? So you need to be about 55. 50,
Yeah.
54, 50. So अभी 10 kilo है, वो 20 दिन में knock it off. And once you knock it off, you will be very mindful of everything. It'll be a little difficult first 2 days, but you can do it. 2, you're very busy is good. Because the biggest problem people fail is they have nothing to do. It's evening, what do I do? Get me a glass of wine. And once you've had the glass of wine, then you want to go to your favorite restaurant, right? Because you've got all the money in the world. What do you want to do with that money, man? Get a drink and go and eat, right?
Yeah.
So that's the biggest problem. But if you're busy, you're busy. And I'm thankful to you guys because you asked me questions. So you've killed my time. So I'm going to have my glass of juice and watch movie. So it's good to be busy. Stay busy. Malika, yeah.
What happens when you finish your juicing? When I've lost my 2-3 kilos, I'll go back to normal khana, I'll put on weight again.
Yeah. You'll go back to normal khana, but you'll be a very conscious human by then. You will realize that bread is kachra, that chola bhatura, bahut problem. So you'll become more conscious. You have your fruit. You break your fast with a fruit, and then you have a nice avocado, tomato, onion, chickpeas salad with lime, since you love khatta, and salt. And then you have your dal, roti, sabji, or whatever you like to have. So start gradually and eat normal food. Yeah, okay. 3 days, nothing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so
Great.
do the 3
Thank
days
you.
and then move forward. Sorry, Vaishali. Any questions? Anyone? We're done.
Question. Can we work out during these 9 days?
No weightlifting, no workout. It'll make you hungry. It'll kill the process.
Yoga, okay?
Yoga, yes, but no strength training. Yoga में उसको बोलो stretches कराए, twist कराए ताकि the body opens up. You know.
मेरा
But
अष्टांगा है यार.
don't do intense stuff.
मेरा
Keep it light.
अष्टांगा योगा होता है.
What tell you? Listen, day 1 tomorrow, you won't be able to do anything. You will be pissed off, angry, depressed. All that nonsense will happen. So कल तो कुछ ही मत करो. At best, go for a walk, go cycling. If you have a pool or if you have access to a swimming pool, maybe a little bit of swimming to keep you busy. And this pool also will just be stagnant, floating, chilling, listening to music. Avoid yoga tomorrow. Parson you will be better off because parson you would have completed 1 day. You will feel proud of yourself. Your weight will say you lost about a kilo. So a lot of things will work in your favor day after tomorrow. But I'm telling you, tomorrow is horrible.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm really hungry because of my work.
I think her mind throughout the day is just like, she's gonna keep texting, and I'm more texting like, want to eat something.
I'll tell you a difficult thing to do. If you want to do, you can do that. go to a hospital and see people who are in bed. Right?
I
She works
see
in
every
she
day.
works in hospital only, so that's the reason why she's like keep on like.
Correct. So you
Yeah.
don't never, so it's always good to fast, to abstain, remain healthy. Never be on a bed.
Correct.
Simple. Just do that.
Correct.
Okay.
Difficult. It is difficult. It is difficult. But if you're 64 kilos and your ideal weight is
55.
55, your body is pumping blood for an extra 9 kilos, which is not healthy, you know.
It's not healthy at all.
You have to get rid of it. And if you do it voluntarily, it is easy. And if you don't do it voluntarily, it gives you problems, right? And medications are not good.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pankaj. Yeah.
Okay, we got, sorry, yeah, anyone else, Jaya? Ria, you have a question? Ria, okay, hi,
Yes,
tell
yes.
me.
What do
Sorry.
you recommend for me?
Okay, who's this?
Hello?
Hi, who's on the call?
Ria.
Hi, Ria.
Ria,
I
Ria.
can't- If I see your face, then I know who I'm talking. Though I know you work with me, you're a colleague. Of course. Hanji, Ria, tell me, how are you? Yes,
Hi.
yes. You are a Vata, I know you in and out.
I am.
I'm juicing karo,
Yes,
but
I
only
am.
within 3 days. 3 days is enough. Ria, 3 days of pure juicing. That's
3
it for you.
days.
That's it. No 9 days, not needed.
Acha.
You are not
Sure.
overweight.
Only-
You are perfectly fine. 3 days of juicing will be very difficult. After that, get into your salads, juices, sorted vegetables and all. Maximum 2 days, and then you get back to your normal Navratra, normal food and all. That's enough. You don't need more than that.
So I've already had a glass of juice today. I'm only on a glass of juice this morning. So 3 more days, right? Juices or
If you've
soups
done 1
and
day,
other
then
things.
do 2 more days. If you've done 1 day already, do 2 more days. Total 3 days is enough for you. 3 दिन का juice, उसके बाद we'll take it forward. You have no ailments and you are perfectly fine. You got a athletic. You don't need to lose more weight.
Sorry, I couldn't hear that. Sorry.
You're fine. 3 days is good for you, Ria. 3 days of juicing, and then you got a juicer in the office. So have your 3 days of juicing, and then get into salads and all normal stuff for normal detox. But make sure you get oil massages. Yeah, Vata के लिए ना बहुत important है oil massage in the sun. So tomorrow is a working day, but Saturday or Sunday, soak yourself in a lot of oil and soak yourself in some sun. That will be very, very helpful.
Done.
Body aches.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Jaya. Sorry.
Yes, sorry, I'm back again. Pankaj, I wanted to just tell you that I suffer from high blood pressure. तो ये medicines में continue करूँ या ये fasting के period में बंद करूँ?
Do you want to get rid of your BP?
Yeah, of course.
How many years?
कब से हो रहा है? I think for the last 4 years, 3 years, 4 years चल रहा है.
How old are you?
I'm 45.
Okay, listen. So I'm going to spend 2 more minutes with you when everyone is gone, and we're going to get rid of the BP in the month of October itself. Okay?
Oh, wow.
But you got to
Huh.
follow me religiously.
Okay, sure.
Okay,
Done.
just hang on. I'll finish with everyone, then I'll spend 5 minutes with you.
ठीक है.
And थोड़ा मुश्किल है, लेकिन तुम्हारा BP पूरा खत्म हो जाएगा. You'll never have a pill all your life.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, so hang on. Don't disconnect. I'll chat with you.
हाँ,
Anyone
ठीक है.
else with any specific ailment? Regular fasting, right? So done, everyone?
One
Yeah.
more thing. Pankaj, one
Yes,
more
yes,
question.
yeah, of course.
Do I need
Yes.
to you asked me to have a spoon of oil every morning, empty stomach. Do I need to do that?
No, I asked you to have
Yes.
biscuits if you can have, but castor oil is good for you also. Yeah, it's very good. Subah na utke, before going to the washroom or after going to the washroom, but at least 2 hours before exiting home. So if you leave office at 9, so have a spoon of castor oil, 1 or 2, it will help in clean the tummy. Vata के लिए अच्छा है castor
Sure.
oil, बहुत अच्छा है. Do the castor oil, it's good for you.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? Any questions? Menta, Simon, Partha Ghosh, we're done. Thank you, Malika. Have fun.
Thank
Cheers.
you. Bye.
Bye. Anyone? We're done. Okay, I'm starting with now. Jaya, listen.
हाँ.
BP के लिए क्यों खाते हो? क्या हुआ? Why did you start?
So this started, we are now in 2024. So this started basically, actually मुझे पता भी नहीं था कि मुझे BP है. So we had just gone to a friend's house and his dad was like वो army colonel है, तो उन्होंने ना BP सबका check कर रहे थे. So he just checked mine and I was sitting there normally and I was like 140 by 100 or something. ठीक है, and I was perfectly normal, sitting there, nothing. Then and उन्होंने 2-3 बार we checked with different machines just to check. फिर हम डॉक्टर की क्लिनिक भी गए. It was still high. And the doctor was asking me, are you feeling okay? I'm like, everything is normal. मुझे कुछ पता भी नहीं चल रहा है. And then my sister is a doctor. So obviously वो pressure भी था. So then I went to see this, I was forced to see this cardiologist. So then they put me on telmisartan, telma में हूँ मैं. So I've been on that.
Achha, so I'll tell you, one, understand the doctors do not have a bad intent, but they come from a certain education which makes them believe कि 120/80 normal है, उससे ज़्यादा abnormal है. What is the ideal height for a human?
पता नहीं.
कुछ भी हो सकता है. 5'2" भी ठीक है, 5'6" भी ठीक है. 5. If someone is 6, you don't chop the feet off, no?
Yeah.
Right. Everyone has a different height. Everyone has. What's the ideal color for a skin?
Anything, whichever you're comfortable with, yeah.
Whatever, yeah. You could be black, you could be white, you could be pink, you could be yellow, you could be anything, yeah. अब ये थोड़ा ना है कि Michael Jackson बनना है, if you're born black, you want to turn white. Understand? So BP itself, if you study naturopathy, 100, 140 is no stress. If there is a problem, your body will tell you. But anyway, to cut a long story short, connect with a lady called Romila on the group. She is 74. Okay. And she's 74. She's on the group. You guys can check. She's 74 and she did a 21-day complete juice fast. First 1 week, she did 3 weeks. So first day onwards, I told her to reduce the pill to half. So alternate days. Then second week was only 2 pills. Third week, no pills. Now it's been 2 months, she's been off the pills. Because there was some blockage in the system which causes the pressure to go high. Now, I'm not a doctor to give you scientific terms and medical words and jargons, but broadly blood pressure, matlab ki body mein there are toxins which is causing the pressure to go up. It shouldn't go up. It's as simple as that, right? So if there are five pipes where the blood is supposed to flow through, and imagine 2 of the pipes are choked. So 3 pipes se jayega. Ab 3 pipes se ja raha hai, to zyada pressure banega. So it's called high BP. Broadly, in layman's language. But what medical science is doing is giving you blood thinners. So it goes through the same 3 pipes, but goes smoothly. What naturopathy does, it makes you fast, but all the kachra comes out and these pipes open up. And when these pipes open up, you naturally are normal. है ना? तो अभी
So
कुछ
should I just make it half? अभी या बंद ही कर लूं?
No,
क्या
अभी
करूं?
बंद ना करो. नहीं, never give any jhatka to the body. What you do is when you are juicing, what did I tell you? How many days of juicing?
You told me 3 days उसके बाद I mean you told me 9 days, but you said 3 days करो and then
नहीं,
we'll
अभी
take
BP है
it.
तो 9 days आराम से करो. 9 days आराम से बिंदास होके करो. Since you want to get rid of blood pressure. So after the 3rd day, you miss the medicine.
Okay.
Then have it on
मैं
the
miss
5th
करती
day.
हूँ तो फिर मेरे I get instant headaches nowadays.
You won't get it. You won't get it. You won't get it on the
Okay.
3rd. Well, you will get it tomorrow because you are fasting. You will get a headache tomorrow day after. That is the fasting ka headache. But 3rd or 4th day, when you forget the medicine, you won't get the headache. And then you gradually miss it 1 more day. After 9 days, we'll chat again. We'll chat every day, seeing how the body responds. We will gradually wean it off.
Okay.
Or alternate day miss, then once in 2 days, then once in 3 days, then once in a week, then once SOS bag mein rakha hai kabhi kabhi. That's all. There's nothing. Blood pressure is the easiest thing. There are thousands and tons of examples I've seen of people. This goes away. If you clean the body, clean your intestine, let the blood flow happen naturally, and you're going to be awesome.
ठीक है, perfect. I mean, these people, anyone who says, oh, तुम्हें blood pressure है, you are on this medicine, अब एक बार medicine लग गया तो वो निकलेगा नहीं है ना. I'm like, यार ऐसे थोड़ा होता है.
So कहते हैं वो, that is unfortunately what has happened is the way big pharma has created this entire thing is a customer for life, right? That's what the endeavor is, unfortunately, but it's okay. So if a 74-year-old lady can do it on the group, many others have done it. There are diabetes and blood pressure, but I've given it the extreme of 71-year-old can do it, then why can't you? And goli kyun khani? Puri zindagi goli kha ke why have side effects?
True.
It's always good to be
Thank you
natural.
so much. No. Thank you. I've been trying to get into this group. Anu actually is a friend, my best friend. So she did it pehle. So I was like, इस बार मुझे करना ही है. So thank you so much for taking this extra time for me also.
My pleasure. Take care. God bless you.
Pankaj, I need 1 minute of yours if you have time.
Of course.
या सो आई जस्ट वांट टू चेक लाइक कि मतलब मेरे को क्या प्रॉब्लम्स आ सकते हैं शुरू में, मतलब मैं फर्स्ट टाइम कर रहा हूँ, मैंने कभी किया नहीं है तो।
देखो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगा, ये सब मन का बह है। आप एक मूवी देखो, फैट सिक एंड नियरली डेड बाय जो क्रॉस, वॉच इट नाउ,
कौन सी?
यूट्यूब पे है। फैट सिक एंड नियरली डेड,
फैट सिक एंड नियरली डेड, ओके।
जो क्रॉस, इसने ही डिड 2 month जूस फास्टिंग, 2 months, ठीक है। तो ही डिड 2 month जूस फास्टिंग एंड उसमें सारा उसको कैसा है, डिप्रेशन होता है, इट्स ऑल अ माइंड गेम। आपको नथिंग विल हैपन टू यू फिजिकली, योर माइंड विल प्ले गेम्स,
ओके।
राइट। सो जस्ट विजुअलाइज योरसेल्फ एट 90 kilos, विजुअलाइज, पेट चला गया, आंखें साफ हो गई, कोई बीमारी नहीं है, just visualize that and keep going, one day at a time. It is not easy because you are alone, that's why you are in a group, so you can post your pictures, post the pictures of your juices and you will be okay.
और वात के केस में मतलब मेरे को
तो बात
कैस्टर
खत्म हो
ऑयल।
जाएगा, 3-4 दिन बाद गैस बननी बंद हो जाएगी।
अच्छा हाँ, ये गैस का मेरे को बहुत प्रॉब्लम है।
वो
राइट।
खत्म हो जाएगा 3-4 दिन बाद, क्योंकि जब वो कचरा सारा निकल, अब गैस क्यों बन रही है, क्योंकि शरीर में कचरा पड़ा है, कचरा पक रहा है। जैसे कूड़ा जलता है तो धुआं निकलता है ना, तो शरीर में सामान जल रहा है और धुआं निकल रहा है, तो गैस बन रही है। अब वो
हीट
कचरा
हीट
निकल,
ज्यादा है इसका मतलब शरीर में, है ना, इसलिए।
नहीं नहीं हीट नहीं है वो, खाना, वो बात एक प्रकृति होती है, सबका
जी
कुछ
जी।
नहीं है, सब ठीक है। अभी ओवर वेट है, अभी आपकी एक बस है जिसमें 90 सीट्स हैं, 90 कुर्सियां हैं, उसमें आपने 134 कुर्सी पैसेंजर्स को बिठा रखा है। तो कभी साइलेंसर खराब हो रहा है, कभी एसी खराब हो रहा है, कभी पंचर हो रहा है। अभी 134 में से आपने 44 पैसेंजर्स को हटा दिया, यू आर लेफ्ट विद 90 पैसेंजर्स, यू विल सेल थ्रू लाइक अ जिप थ्रू लाइक अ स्मूथ माइंड गेम।
तो अभी मैं 21 days से स्टार्ट करूं, राइट?
You start tomorrow and you do 3 days, you do 9 days, and 9 days के बाद you continue it for 21 days. 21 में 10-12 किलो बदल जाएंगे। यूएस में बहुत सारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं, they will take advice, but 21 days करके अभी 10-12 किलो अभी कर लेंगे, फिर हम 15-20 दिन enjoy करेंगे। 1 meal a day, उस 1 meal a day में आपके 5-6 किलो और चले जाएंगे। फिर हम 9-10 दिन का करेंगे, उसमें 5 किलो कर जाएंगे। फिर 15-20 दिन 1 meal a day करेंगे, है ना। फिर एक 21 डे कर देंगे, जब तक 34 किलो पूरा खत्म इन 3 months।
तो लोग ये बोल रहे हैं कुछ तो कि प्रोटीन से तुम्हारा मसल्स चला जाएगा सब और प्रोटीन खत्म हो जाएगा।
अभी बॉडी इज वेरी इंटेलिजेंट, द ह्यूमन बॉडी इज केपेबल ऑफ क्रिएटिंग अ ह्यूमन। तो उसमें बैठ के कोई डॉक्टर्स प्रोटीन इंजेक्ट करते हैं जब बच्चा पैदा होता है, बच्चा तो नॉर्मली बनता है ना अपने आप, आंखें मिलती हैं, शक्ल मिलती है, आदत मिल जाती है, नाक मिलती है, सब मिलता है। रिजेंबल योर फादर, राइट, सेम हैबिट, सेम फेस। बॉडी इज वेरी इंटेलिजेंट बॉस, ये प्रोटीन के लिए बाहर से नहीं चाहिए अभी। हाँ, 10-12 साल अलग बात होती है, 2-3 महीने कुछ नहीं चाहिए बॉडी को। अभी बॉडी में कचरा इतना ज्यादा है कि वो कचरा निकलना जरूरी है। वंस द कचरा कम्स आउट देन विल टॉक अबाउट प्रोटीन। चाहिए इफ यू आर जिमिंग, दैट्स व्हाई आई एम सेइंग नो वेट लिफ्टिंग, नो जिमिंग, नथिंग, ओनली वॉकिंग, स्विमिंग, लाइट कार्डियो, जब मन करे। मन करे तो करो, मन नहीं करे तो मत करो।
ओके ओके, ठीक है।
ठीक है, फॉलो योर बॉडी, जस्ट फॉलो द बॉडी आराम से। अगेन आई एम टेलिंग यू, वेरी डिफिकल्ट ऑन द माइंड। You stay with family, you staying alone?
No, my family.
हाँ, तो your family has to be supportive.
हम्म
Family has to be supportive because the family will say, अरे क्या हो गया बॉस, खा लो, बेटा खा लो, भैया खा लो, पापा खा लो, वो चलता रहेगा। तो वो आपको बताने कि भैया मैंने 21 दिन का उपवास रखा है, मेरे को ठीक होना। पहले 9 दिन करते हैं, फिर 21 दिन पे चलते हैं।
ठीक है, ठीक है। थैंक यू वेरी मच।